audio's good.
How do you think things will change now that you kind of get here, you get into the normal routine, and you start working out?
Things that'll change up here?
Yeah, just in terms of the team dynamic, now you're here, you kind of get into the routine. Is that a good thing? Or?
Oh, yeah. You know, figuring out when our practice times will be, you know, it's a great thing to know that our head coach and our medical staff believe in just getting a lot of sleep and just a lot of recovery. That was one of the first things, or one of the primary things that Brad and our medical staff stressed to me is that you know, our practice schedule and our routine is based on getting an optimum recovery for you guys to perform on the floor, and I'm all for that. So it was great to have some two-a-days and a light practice on Thursday, and now we just get back here and continue to work.
That's something that may be different. They've done that for years here. The NEH had a study years ago that showed that people need more sleep or something. So you like that idea of having that practices at noon instead of 10?
I love it, man. It goes a long way in having, you know, later practices or you know, a standard time to where you can get a good night's sleep, whether it's on back-to-backs or whether it's on regular game days. You know, I'm appreciative of it, and I know that the younger guys will as they get older, but I know our older guys, I know it means a lot to them as well, so I'm grateful for that.
It's strange for you not to, like, if you guys don't have the morning shoot-around, because most teams always have the morning shoot-around. Here they haven't done that. They have the 4:30 pregame.
Kyrie,
I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
You were on the team last year that got a lot of heat for resting guys and during big games and national. What's your
Didn't they like change the rules?
Yeah.
What's the rule change?
They're going to fine teams, and the commissioner has a foul.
I see you, Adam.
Yeah.
I see you.
Yeah. What's your take on rest? Do you want to play? Are you a guy who wants to play all 82?
I mean, that's what you shoot for. I mean, obviously, there's things that you can't control that happen throughout the season. You know, that you kind of want to avoid, and I think that it's best to get out in front of it before it happens than just waiting for it to happen. So it's best to be prepared as much as you can. You know, I'm doing my due diligence as well as my teammates to be prepared to be on the floor. But when you're working in congruency with great medical staff and great coaches that understand how important it is to get your rest, then you know, he's given us a great chance to be at our optimum level to perform out there on the floor. So just being very prepared.
You know Jason better than a lot of guys here. What you seen from him this week, and has he kind of come along already?
Well, I mean, he's good. I mean, I can give you a whole bunch of attitudes about Jason, but the most important thing is that he's going through what you know, most guys go through as a rookie, as a top pick in the league, except that it differs because some guys have gone to some of the worst teams in the league that were there last year in the position that they were in, which was kind of ideal for me when I came into the league, and I went to the Cavs, weren't that good the year before, and then Jason comes into a situation where guys have been traded, guys, you know, the framework of the team is different from the summertime when he played summer league, so you know, he has a little bit of a bigger transition than most guys because he has to earn a lot more here just because of how much depth we have as a team. So he's definitely going to be out there, but he's definitely got to earn his time, which is what makes or breaks rookies in this league, or makes or breaks young guys. And they grow a lot from that standpoint. And then when you throw in older guys like myself and Al and Gordon that he can lean on, because we just want the best for him, and we understand how important it is for him to be out there for us, especially at a young age that he's at. He's got to learn a lot, but he already has a lot in his game. He's already mature enough to understand you know, our lingo out here, and you know, just being an NBA basketball player. He wouldn't have been a top pick without being ahead of his years. So he has that part. Now it's just understanding the game and just slowing it down for him. That's all.
Al Horford said that he felt that that he thought he was the most ready rookie that he's ever seen. Do you agree with that?
Yeah. I would say that I've seen a few rookies come into this league that have made tremendous impacts. But you know, my belief has always been, anytime you got a few Duke guys coming out in the draft, my belief always goes in them because Coach K has a great job of developing talent. You know, and then when you have them make that transition to the league, it's a lot easier because of the knowledge that he gives you, even if you're there for a year, 2 years, or 4 years. So you know, it helps that having the knowledge of Jason before, but also the understanding that he has of the game. It's good to experience it and see it firsthand.
Hey, Kyrie, you guys switch a lot. I mean, every team does, but these guys switch almost everything all the time. But what's the biggest thing in terms of, you know, playing that kind of defense? Is it communication? Is it, you know, what goes
trust, communication, some experience going in the trenches with one another. understanding guys' strengths and where they can best fit. We have an opportunity here to have a different lineup coming in the first quarter throughout the fourth, and it'll be spanned out through our substitution methods that Brad will come up with that'll best fit our team. But we have a unique opportunity of having guys that can guard the perimeter as well as mix it up down in the post. And, they were great defensively last year, and now it's just our job to withhold that or even get better. We lost. I know that we lost a few of the guys that really made the difference defensively, and then even going against Boston last year, you could see the heightened awareness that they have on the defensive end, and it matters. So you just got to be in shape to do it, and have the awareness and have the trust. So it takes a while to develop this.
Do you guys even think about like individual matchups, that kind of a scheme, or is it like it's a total team concept? Like, how's that?
Yeah, see that's where when you have Brad he came out. I remember one distinct play. And I'm not going to throw any names out there, but it was fun to go through because it was a teaching moment to where someone was guarding me, and the right thing would be to fight over the screen and stay on me, but because of the scheme that we're specifically working on, you got to put trust in the other guys. So we're automatically switching here, and it may just be a drill, but it's just putting that thought in your mind that you have to trust your teammate in order to allow our defense to work, because Brad has a great mind of things that's happening, X's and O's, and beyond that, but he has a defensive schemes that works for us, so you just got to trust it.
Kyrie, when you're playing with a guy like Gordon, are there things that you do?
Repeat that.
When you're playing with a guy like Gordon, are there things that you try to do to accelerate the chemistry between the two guys, things you focus on?
Yes, I never try to do that to accelerate the chemistry, because that's just going to come once we build more time with one another. And, we get to be on the floor a lot more. But when you watch and you observe, and then you have a few days to be on the court with them, you understand how high his basketball IQ is, and the understanding that him and Brad have. They have an unspoken language already between one another, and having that head coach-player relationship. It's my duty and part of my job to integrate myself in that as well, with not only Brad but the rest of my teammates, but more importantly Al and Gordon, to really set the standard on how we want to play this year, because we're going to be leaning on each other a lot. So it starts with us, and then we get to the other guys, and then we develop that chemistry going forward.
Are you seeing different plays, different sets already that you and Gordon can be really effective with?
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun because he can be on the ball, I can be on the ball, I can be off the ball, and vice versa, and Al can handle the ball as well. So when you have the ability to have guys that can play in those different spots, that's not necessarily defined by 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5. It makes the offense and defense go a lot smoother.